Good evening. Good evening, everyone. We're going to try to bring in more seats, but we need to begin this Legacy Award. That's what you're here for. Okay, so let us begin. My name is Dr. Michelle Hancock, and I am Vice President of Carthage College. And my job is College Culture for Inclusion. With great pleasure, the Office of Equity and Inclusion welcomes everyone to the Carthage College MLK Day Celebration, featuring our second annual Legacy Awards and the Art and Business Expo. This year is different. Thank you. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Thank you. This year is significant because the committee decided to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy on his birth date, January 15th. In addition to the Legacy Awards, we have added a unique component to the awards event to celebrate our unsung heroes. The Office of Equity and Inclusion also acknowledges and thanks the continued support of Carthage's Board of Trustees, President Swallow, the executive team, faculty, staff, students, and definitely our food people, Parkhurst Dining. We will begin the award ceremony with an opening prayer from Carthage's pastor, Reverend Adam Miller Stubendick, followed by Benjamin Woods singing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Let us pray. God of promise and hope and new life, tonight we show up together with you, with each other, and in our communities. And we show up the only way we know how, on purpose, called by you, and called to follow the prophetic voices of the past into the future. Thank you for visionary leaders, fierce advocates, unlikely partners, and heroes revered and heroes unnoticed. Remind us of your call to care tonight, and then inspire us to get to work. Thank you for times like this where we can be of good courage in community. When the work gets weary, help us remember to keep carrying on in faith, answering your call to love and care for all. For this and so much more, we are grateful. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Good evening. And we're going to sing this song together. Lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stone be the road rod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to a place for which our Father sighed. We have come over the way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of our slaughtered. How from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Thank you. Come on, give it a round of applause.
Thank you, Ben, for that great performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Peters. I am the newly hired program coordinator for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and I'm here to introduce... Thank you. And I'm here to introduce the MLK Legacy Student Awards. First we have, these 4 students were nominated by their peers, and I will share a small part of why their peers nominated these individuals. Each student will receive the Making Waves Art Glass Trophy in honor of their achievements in making positive waves for others. First we have Casey Armstrong. Casey Armstrong is a December 2024 graduate who majored in elementary and special education. Casey is hardworking, student-centered, and always looking for ways to give back to the community. Through her work in her sorority, she has done much to bring joy and celebration to the campus, as well as engage in different events to provide materials to the local schools. Casey's academic excellence and community involvement reflect the values of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as she works toward breaking down educational barriers. She is committed to creating a future where all children, regardless of ability, have access to quality education and the opportunity to thrive. Please welcome Casey Armstrong.
Good afternoon. I am deeply honored to receive the MLK Legacy Award, and I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude. First and foremost, I want to thank my parents, whose love, guidance, and unwavering support have been the foundation of everything I do. You have always taught me the importance of service, compassion, and in standing up for what is right. To my professors, thank you for inspiring me with your knowledge and for pushing me to think critically and act with integrity. Your mentorship has been invaluable, and I carry your lessons with me every day. Finally, to my peers, I am grateful for the collaborative spirit we share. Together we strive to make a positive impact, and your passion and dedication motivate me to keep working toward a better future for all. Dr. King's legacy of equality, justice, and love is a guiding light for us all. I am humbled to be a part of a community that embodies these principles, and I promise to continue honoring his vision in all that I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Next, we have Gabriella Carr. Gabriella Carr is a freshman at Carthage, majoring in marketing. She is known on campus as being driven, an advocate, and a leader for change. Gabriella is a member of InterVarsity on campus, where she helps lead the worship team. Her personal story, actions, and character reflect the values and legacy of Dr. King. Dr. King stood as a symbol of overcoming adversity with courage and dignity. Gabriella lives purposefully and inspires others through kindness, leadership, and advocacy. She demonstrates the spirit of hope and positive change that Dr. King championed. Please welcome Gabriella Carr.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm Gabriella Carr, and I am deeply honored and thankful to receive this award. Dr. King's unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and love inspires me to strive for a better world and community. I want to thank the organizers, my friends, my family, and everyone who has supported or nominated me. As Dr. King said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And I will keep answering that call by working to uplift others in the Carthage community and beyond through, whether it's through mentorship, community outreach, or creating opportunities and spaces for those whose voices often go unheard. This award is a reminder to deepen my efforts, and I hope to inspire this upon others to do the same in this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriella. Next is Kiana Hayes. Kiana Hayes is a senior at Carthage, majoring in social science and sociology with a minor in secondary education. She is also the president of the Black Student Union and the Smarter Mentoring Program manager. Kiana is a strong advocate for Black and Brown communities and works to educate others. Everyone who knows Kiana knows she is a kind soul and always works for equity. She is a leader and exudes confidence in all aspects of her life. Thank you, Kiana, for your dedication and commitment to being a change agent for the students at Carthage College. Please welcome Kiana Hayes.
Wow, you come up here with something to say and then it all goes out of your mind. But good evening, everyone. Wow, I'm still in awe. I just want to first and foremost say thank you to God. Thank you to my mom, my sister, and my significant other for being here tonight. And thank you all for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you feel inspired tonight. Thank you.
And last but not least, we have Ashawn AJ Motley. AJ is a junior at Carthage, majoring in computer science. He's known as a Tennessean kid with big dreams of changing the world. He is a member of the Carthage Bound program, a student leader for My Brother's Keeper, and a residence assistant. AJ respects everyone he interacts with and is always willing to go the extra miles for those around him. Thank you, AJ, for your commitment to being a change agent for the Carthage community. Please welcome AJ.
Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, I'm sorry. As I accept this award today, I am mindful of the countless people who have helped me reach this point. Simply saying thank you doesn't go through the deep gratitude of everyone in this community that's helped me. I want to thank those in the city of Kenosha, like Mr. Alvin Owens, who gave me the opportunity to showcase my leadership abilities to this community. I'm also grateful to Dr. Hancock and Dr. India for encouraging me to go to Africa, a journey that revealed the purpose God has placed on me in my life. And of course, I can't even see my mother, to my mother, who has never doubted a single decision I've made and has have been my unwavering support and strength. I often tell people that my moment everything began to change for me was when I came across a quote by Dr. King that said, "The word wait means never." The quote became a guiding principle in my life. It told me that time to act is always now, because waiting only delays progress and purpose in this game we call life. I will never stop taking risks, and never should any one of you in this room. As we celebrate this moment together, let's remember that we collectively have the effort to power the spark of transformation. I hope each of one of you go on to make a difference in this world, because real change takes all of us. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Julius Crump, and I have been given the task of reading the bios for the Faculty Award winners. We have two of them. One of them is here, one is not. Our first recipient is Dr. Siobhan Williams. Dr. Williams is currently the Associate Dean of the Education Department. She has been instrumental in advancing the Urban Teacher Preparation Program to meet the needs of local school districts. As the director of the Urban Teacher Preparation Program, she works closely with colleagues in her department and with school districts to elevate their knowledge about the program, and made structural changes that allowed for the integration and expansion of the UTTP concepts within various Illinois and Wisconsin communities. Dr. Williams's course teaching and studies challenge the dominant narrative about diverse student learners in the behavioral development of all students, especially those living in underserved communities. As an instructor in the ACT program and Carthage Education undergraduate program, Dr. Williams redesigned courses to meet the needs of students better and increase their ability to teach all students. She has identified and hired effective teaching practitioners for the education graduate programs that enhance students' learning experiences. She has contributed a peer-reviewed manuscript for the International Journal of Education Research, developing teacher candidate perceptions of self-efficacy in urban teacher preparation programs. After a year-long independent study, she earned her Equity and Inclusion Certificate to enhance her knowledge, disposition, and skills essential for equity and inclusion. Her exposure to the research-based intercultural assessment tool, the IDI, and engagement experiences with cross-cultural communication reinforced Dr. Williams' commitment to racial and social justice. Let's welcome Dr. Williams.
I had to make you guys wait. I sat in the back. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you so much for this honor, and thank you for all of the people that I look in the room and see who have held me up. I've stood on your shoulders, especially Dr. Hancock, my mentor. Thank you for all that you do for me, and my colleagues. This is an award that I share with everyone who is here in this room and not in this room, on this college campus, and especially my family in Chicago, and my children, and who are my inspiration. So service, when I think of MLK, that's what motivates me. That's what makes me wake up every morning to come and keep giving as much as I can every day. So thank you all so much for your support, and thank you for this award.
Our next recipient, who cannot be with us, unfortunately, is Dr. Matthew Zorn. I believe he may be on a study tour, maybe something like that. Dr. Zorn is a geospatial science professor who advocates for minority rights and often teaches about Native Americans who once lived in the Great Lakes region. Dr. Zorn advocates for native land that has oil pipelines that burst and contaminate the land. He is a conscientious scholar and a genuinely good-hearted educator. Dr. Zorn also loves to share books during and after class that discuss minority or women's rights. Dr. Zorn is an ally to groups who need resources and perspectives that inform his pedagogy, counsel, and cooperative endeavors. Let's give him a hand.
Up next is the Alumni Awards. Many alums graduated from Carthage College, living the mission of seeking truth, building strength, and inspiring service together to make the world a better place for all. We honor 3 individuals who continue to embrace the lessons of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. tonight. Our first recipient is Nick Dembski. Let me tell you a little bit about him. Nick Dembski is a graduate in 2006, brings a focus on equity, diversity, and inclusion and anti-racism to his career, particularly in transformative justice and sustainability. This includes work such as helping to build the first participatory defense hub in the country to be housed at a library and the founding of the BUNK, Arts and Cultural Series, hosting the annual Mary Finley and Marcy Ernst Black History Month reading and planting the seeds that will become the Racine Public Library's Literary Seed Library. His EDI and anti-racism efforts also included a push for increasing inclusive hiring practices. For example, Dembski has advocated no longer requiring a master's in library science for most of the library's positions, observing that it was a barrier to introducing teammates of color and Racine community members to the building and to the libraryship field. Nick is in good company with other Carthage alums whose greatest desire is to impact his community in ways that improve the quality of life for others. Nick Dembski is upholding the MLK legacy by working to reduce barriers for underserved communities. Nick, come on up and get what you deserve.
Dr. Hancock knows me, so she just whispered in my ear, 1 minute. Thank you to Dr. Hancock. Thank you to India. I'm so honored to be in the very good company that I am in with all the other awardees today. I just want to give extreme love to my wife, Angela, extreme love to my family in the back, my parents who are here, my friends who are here. Please. I tried to think what would be worth saying to you all as we come up on another Dr. King Day, and this is what I came to. Something great about this community is every Dr. King Day, there's a ton of Dr. King events in the community. Something that is reliably disappointing to me about some of them that happen in the community, though, is they so rarely include like much of the words of Dr. King. We have people who give talks about justice, people who give talks about freedom, but very rarely do we reference the actual words of Dr. King. And so we have this like weird sanitized version of Dr. King that doesn't really represent who he is. Dr. King was a self-professed radical. Dr. King was a self-professed extremist. And so if there's anything I could encourage you all to do, it's please go spend some time with the words of the man. If you need a place to start, spend some time with the letter from Birmingham jail, which reads like it was written yesterday and is a timeless prescription for how to promote justice. Thank you all very much. Happy Dr. King.
Our next recipient is Charmaine Harris. Charmaine Harris is a national speaker and author who shares his expertise in fatherhood and prison reentry. After serving time in prison, Charmaine returned to society, determined and destined to succeed. Although his felony conviction was a major obstacle, he refused to allow it to interrupt his path to success. A career opportunity to work with fathers in the community through a social service program propelled his life to the next level. His work with fathers and families led to his receiving many awards, including a full Carthage College scholarship to earn his degree in business management. Shortly after obtaining his bachelor's degree, Charmaine earned his master's degree in business design and innovation, both degrees in 2020 and 2021 from Carthage College. One of his most notable achievements was completing his parole sentence 4 years early for his work in the community. He will later be granted a full pardon from the governor of Wisconsin and have all the rights restored. His turnaround from prison to purpose has given him hope to the 600,000 men and women returning from prison every year. His passion for strengthening families through father involvement has inspired nationwide change in family services organizations. As the owner of Charmaine Harris and Associates, Charmaine continues to use his platform to spread a message of hope, change, perseverance through inspirational speeches, training, and workshops nationwide. Charmaine embodies the MLK legacy. Come on up, Charmaine Harris.
Thank you, thank you. A good friend of mine said, if you leave a legacy, you can live twice. If you leave a legacy, you can live twice. And so obviously, the legacy of Dr. King is living through all of us and inspiring all of us to do everything that we do, right? And so I'm just so thankful for his legacy. I'm thankful for the times and the adversity and all the stuff that I went through, because when I was in that prison cell and I read the autobiography of Dr. Martin Luther King, I said, oh man, I got this wrong. I'm out there going to jail for stupid stuff. I should be going to jail for righteousness like Dr. Martin Luther King did. Amen? My bad, I'm a minister. And so I just want to say I'm so thankful, I'm so honored. Thank you, Dr. Hancock. Thank you, India, Julius, everybody, the entire team. I appreciate this award. It don't get no better than this. I want to thank God, who's the head of my life. I want to thank my wife in her absence at home with my sick son. I want to thank my father, my mother, and most of all, I want to thank all of you, the community, that helped me get to this point. Thank you.
Our final recipient this evening for the Alumni Award is Veronica Hunter Moore. Veronica H. Moore graduated in 2005 from Carthage College and is a celebrated educator, trainer, facilitator, children's book author, and entrepreneur. Her books are based on social and emotional learning principles and can be used as a tool both inside and outside of learning spaces. She is passionate about plants and gardening, helping others understand and experience their therapeutic properties. Nature is a common theme in many of her books. She believes everyone should have access to plants. Through Veronica's delightful storytelling and enchanting illustrations, Rosie's special gift showcases the unique bond between a mother and a daughter as they explore the wonders of gardening and caring for plants together. As they tend to their growing green things, Rosie and her mom uncover the lessons about kindness, generosity, and the importance of community. Lessons that are one of the hallmarks of the MLK legacy. This heartwarming tale celebrates the joy of nurturing plants and growing food and shows the timeless love shared between mothers and daughters. Rosie's special gift is a tender and inspiring read that will leave young readers and caregivers with a lasting appreciation for the magic and power of nature. Veronica's children's book has sold over 1,000 copies in less than a year of publication. She has completed 10 workshops and authors' visits, received grant funding to start a free summer writing camp for children, and her book has traveled to 2 countries and 1 tropical island. Veronica's family, consisting of her husband and their 2 children, is a significant inspiration in her writing. Together, they enjoy creating experiences that include travel, food, and belly-bursting moments of laughter. Veronica, you go, girl. Come on up.
All right, y'all. Hey. And y'all can do better than that. Hey. Good evening. Okay, so they told me I had 63 seconds. So I brought some notes up here to make sure that I stay on task. First, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Y'all, it has been a long time coming, and I am so grateful and proud to be standing here before you. 24 years ago, I stepped foot on this campus, and my life changed forever. It was here that a standard was set, a standard of hard work, perseverance, and dedication. Above average was a non-negotiable. My late mother set the first measure, falling in love with this place the moment that she saw Lake Michigan. My mother was a fisherman, so she was like, oh yeah, we've arrived at the right place. You're gonna be here for 4 years. The second was set by Coach Stephanie in the room, my track and field coach, who saw the fight in me even when physical injury dampened my drive, confidence, and desire. She never let me quit, y'all. The third, and definitely not last, are my big sisters and sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. They saw the passion, the sass, the feisty, and oftentimes unfazed, outspoken sophomore who was stepping into a new level of womanhood in an environment that desperately needed the advocacy of strong Black women to lean on. I am because of these individuals and so many more. If you know me, you know I am no stranger to good trouble. In fact, it should probably be my middle name. It is also probably why I'm being honored with this award tonight. Never shy to tell it like it is and challenge the norm, I learned on this very campus the necessity to use my voice for those who found themselves voiceless, overlooked, and underserved. The drive to serve and advocate for others was birthed here. I am happy to see so much more progress that the college has made since my commencement 20 years ago. Yet, there's still much to be done. But when you have individuals that have broken barriers and blazed the trail for the experiences that students have now today, I'm happy to say that for now, the college is in good hands. People such as Dr. Hancock, Bridget Haggerty, India Robbins, Roger Moriano, Sandra Basiglia, Nick Winkler, and a host of other good troublemakers and contributors. I am hopeful that the fight will continue. If there are students at Carthage College here in the room today, I want you to stand up. To the students in attendance, stand up, speak loud, challenge the norms, and don't accept the no. Walk with your head held high and proud, because you belong here. To be bestowed with the honor of being an MLK legacy is humbling, and I proudly accept the challenge to ensure the legacy does not end with me. 2 of my very own young children and a list of others are waiting in line to catch fire. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is India Robbins, and I'll be presenting the community awards for the MLK. The first Legacy Award winner is Alvin Owens. Alvin Owens is no stranger to the Kenosha community. If you ever have a question about who to call Alvin. He is the definition of a doer, a worker, organizer, activist, a man of action. For over 25 years, Alvin has touched the lives of countless youth across southeastern Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois, and now Minnesota through the historic Spring Break College Tour excursions, workshops, and pre-college programming that he organizes along with other Kenosha anchor families, African American organizations, and other youth organizations. In addition to organizing the annual Spring Break College Tour, Alvin owns and operates his own business, Regimen Barber Collective. It's more than a barbershop. It's a community hub for creatives, rising entrepreneurs, and civic initiatives. Alvin is also active here at Carthage with his work with the My Brother's Keeper group. He is a true example of a community leader. I'm trying not to look at him because I want to cry. Thank you, Alvin, for your dedication and commitment to the community. Your work does not go unseen.
I'm not going to say what you just said. Whoever betted money if I was going to cry, you can pass your dollar bills to the person who you betted up against, because I only shed one tear while India was speaking, who's an alumni, that's how old I am, of our college tour program. There's a lot of color. I own a barbershop, so I colored the beard of all the gray. So I am older, I'm up there. And before I just read this little message of appreciation, I want to say this. To everybody who's 40 and up, there's a new word that the young people are using. They are no longer saying litty or lit, so we can catch up with them. So, Dr. Weiss, we're going to start using crashing out. So we are crashing out at Carthage College. Woo woo! The young people are going to be mad at me that I gave y'all that, so we're there, all right? All right, so I want to thank everyone. My mother came here from Chicago, Illinois. Mama, hey. My brother Arlen, y'all know him because you put him to work to get more chairs. Arlen, stand up. All right. Over 26 years of doing the HBC college tour, I deserve to get on that bus this year, but not to get on the bus this year, but to fly in on the last day, wave, and then fly back home. I think I deserve that after 26 years that I don't have to get on the bus. I want to thank who I'm passing the torch over to, Felicia Dalton out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Carthage alumni. and Nicholas Payne out of Racine, Wisconsin. So I'm no longer in charge, even though they have me going into the schools and being the face of it and speak. But I have to get permission from something I started, but I have to see them because I always overpromise. But send all the monies and support to Felicia Dalton and Nicholas Payne. And if you see Kirby, put money in his pocket too, and he'll make sure it gets to the right place. Although I'm being honored, it takes a village of networks to continue doing the work that we do. And we have the Doers Network. If you're in those networks, you could just wave or shout out. We have the Brothers. We have the Trade, Hair, and Beauty Network. We have the Kenosha Black Business Directory, soon to be the Black Chamber of Kenosha. All right. We have the Juneteenth Corps. And to the many organizations, churches, families, I want to thank you for believing in me. Continue to support beyondcollege.net. I have homework for you because I have flyers with a QR code so you can scan it if you want more information. AJ, this is one of the nephews. Hold up the flyers, please. Thank you. I'm passing the torch again, I said, to Felicia Dalton and Nicholas Payne. Lastly, I want to thank Carthage College and the Office of Equity and Inclusion. And I want to say this, even though I'm not a paid person, I work for Carthage and all the local schools and campuses in town. And it's a pleasure partnering with you guys, especially not only with my brother's keeper, but with any initiative that we have in the community. We all get on the phone with each other or make it to a meeting, and just to be of support with each other, because it truly takes a village. I thank you, and I didn't cry. God bless you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alvin. Our next awardee is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center. Dr. King once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" The Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Center answers this question each and every day when it opens its doors to provide services to the community. The King Center has been a staple in the Racine community for decades. Located in the heart of Racine, the King Center is one of 5 free community centers in the city, where they provide essential recreational programs and cultural services in a safe, professional, and friendly manner. They offer various programs from youth to senior citizens. The King Center is known for taking pride in serving the community and being a welcoming place to all. When you ask people about the King Center, one common phrase that you always hear is, "It's like family." The center has served countless generations and has proven to be a cornerstone in the community. The staff who operate the center, Ms. Kim, Trey, Scotty, they have a heart for the neighborhood. They are passionate and patient and are always teaching the children how to persevere. Today, we honor those who have spent countless hours working at the King Center. Thank you for bringing the kids here. They're all here today. Thank you for your commitment. We love you. We appreciate what you're doing. Come on up, please.
All right, as they get situated on stage, my name is Trey Allen. I am the director at the Dr. Martin Luther King Community Center, Racine, Wisconsin. I am also 2003 alumni at HBCU tour, so I did go on the tour as well. On behalf of the City of Racine, Park and Recreation, Cultural Service, and Dr. Martin Luther King Center staff and children, we would like to just say thank you. This is obviously an honor for us. We take a lot of pride in what we do. We're one of 5 free community centers. We take it personal. We compete with the other community centers, and we take a lot of pride in what we do. Like she stated before, we're more like a family. It's a neighborhood center. We don't get too many people from the other side of town coming over with us, so we take a lot of pride in what we do. We are welcoming to everyone. We encourage you, if you have time, to please stop in. We have different programs for kids from ages 6 all the way up to 106. So come on in. If you have program ideas, whatever it is, come in and chat with us. We are open. I'm open to everything. We enjoy serving the community. And just one last thing before we get out of here. I know Dr. King had the big I Have a Dream speech, and I tell people all the time, don't just have a dream, dream big, and chase your dreams. Thank you.
All right, next we have our Unsung Hero Awards. An unsung hero does valuable work without expecting recognition or praise for their contributions. They make a significant impact but go unnoticed and do not seek accolades for their dedication. In life, we can all help each other at any given moment. These individuals provided these moments consistently and over an extended period. So I'm going to read several names. I'll ask you to hold your applause until essentially I tell you to applause. So there's over 20 names, but they're all worth waiting on. So here we go. Sandra Basiglia.
When you hear your name, come up quickly, please.
Christine Blaine. Francis Chapman. Jacqueline Easley. Carrie Espinoza. Dana Garrigan. Chris Grugel. Ellen Hauser. Ellen. Catherine Hilson, Dr. Hilson. I don't know if she's here. Oh, there she is, Dr. Hilson. Rebecca Hornig, she's on a J-term study tour in Europe. Deborah Kelly, she's here somewhere. Where is she? She just walked out, okay. Eric Kolke. Thanks, Eric. Maribel Martinez. Is Maribel here? Martin McClendon. Roger Moreno. I think Roger's here somewhere. There he is. Patricia Riemann. Chris Renaud. Katarina Salaska. There she is, okay. Jeffrey Teague. There's Jeff, okay. Aaron Troutwine. Jojen Van Winkle. Is Jojen here? She's not here. She's not here, okay. Okay. That's right. Seth Wiedemann. We have a friend accepting his honor on his behalf. Nina Weisling. Oh, there's Nina. Savon Williams, Nick Winkler, and Bradley Zoff. Let's please give them a hand.
I asked the unsung heroes to stay because we have a special award. Julia, do you have it? I want to pay tribute to someone that I know that Carthage knows that has been special here for the time that she served. And she is one of our unsung heroes. And she is like a sister to me from another mother. Our final recipient, who is an unsung hero, being recognized this evening, is Bridget Haggerty. Bridget served in Carthage College's Office of Institutional Advancement in a couple of roles. Her final role serving as Vice President of Institutional Advancement. The Office of Equity and Inclusion admires Bridget for her unwavering support in seeking financial resources and leading to the creation of the Black Alumni Network, the Wiggin and Kennedy Scholarship Fund, and this is not a thorough review of her contributions. But it's a long night, so I'm trying to move it along. Bridget is a person who recognizes injustice, knows her strengths, and uses those strengths to create change. Because of her networking diligence and fundraising expertise, she provided strategic guidance on seeking and asking for funds to support the work of my office. Bridget is an upstander and an ally, a person who acts for a cause. Her cause was to ensure that our office has sufficient funds to support diversity, equity, and inclusion. Thank you, Bridget, for your laser-like intentionality in support of the Office of Equity and Inclusion. We love you. Thank you all. We hope that you continue to work with us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, past and present.
Hang out.
Okay.
So we have another unsung hero, Dr. Michelle Hancock.
We know, wait a minute, I got to call up somebody. Debbie Clark. Come on up, Deborah Clark. Because, see, they thought that you have shocked me tonight. I didn't expect this at all, and thank you so much. But Debbie Clark, this is your moment to do what I asked you to do.
And I always do what Michelle asked me to do. I'm Debbie Clark. I work in the Center for Faith and Spirituality at Carthage College. Martin Luther King wrote, thank you. Martin Luther King once said, "Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love." These words speak well to the heart and soul and career of India Robbins. India joined the Carthage community having already established an impactful career in the KUSD and RUSD school systems. When India Robbins interviewed for the position, the students and Dr. Hancock knew immediately she was the right choice. In the years since, she has planted her feet firmly in being the Director of Equity and Inclusion for Student Engagement, supporting Dr. Hancock, Dr. Crump in our community. India doesn't watch from the sidelines. Instead, she walks alongside, advocating, educating, bolstering, and encouraging the hopes and futures of our students. A student quote, "If there's been an unsung hero we have not mentioned, it's India. She's the blueprint we look to. She's one of the hardest workers we've ever seen. But she doesn't work hard for anybody, but she especially works hard for us, the students, and that's a beautiful thing."
She refuses to say anything. But that's okay, I have the next round. Professor Crump. Okay, here we go. Let me find my paper. Okay, I gotta get my paper. I got it. See, everybody's playing secrets around here. Okay, I need we forgot to ask some people to come up. Montana Peterson, Julia Peters, Victor Esposito. Now, they have worked in the Office of Equity and Inclusion and have moved on, Montana and Victor. So I know that India, they're here for you. Okay, but they also are here for Professor Crump. Now, let me just tell you something. Martin Luther King said, "Science investigates, religion interprets. Science gives man knowledge, which is power. Religion gives man wisdom, which is control. Science deals mainly with facts. Religion deals mainly with values. The two are not rivals." This MLK quote speaks to the insightful perspective of Dr. Julius Crump. Julius serves dual roles as a religion department professor and director of equity inclusion for faculty and academic integration. In other words, Julius guides and supports students, faculty, and administration in engaging in thoughtful and reflective discussions. His leadership in collaborating with others to design and implement a series of faculty panel discussions, guest speaker series, the legacies of race and racism, professional learning community, all of this is to explore topics dealing with current and timely issues in our society, which is the hallmark of giving others knowledge, power, wisdom, control. Professor Crump excels in creating an inclusive environment in and out of the classroom, and that acknowledges diversity of thought and approach with students, colleagues, and external partners. He is literally essential to the Office of Equity and Inclusion due to his democratic leadership style and profound active listening skills. Yes, I'm telling it, brother. Student quote, this is what a student wrote. "Dr. Crump is renowned for his dedication to his student success, consistently investing time and energy in supporting their academic and personal growth. Not only does he take the time to create strong bonds with students in his classes, but he also actively engages with them outside of it. Whenever he gets a chance, he visits the Engagement and Inclusion Center to participate in meaningful conversations with those who he spend time there, the students who spend time there. Dr. Crump inspires, fosters excellence, evident in all of who know him. He is the epitome of an outstanding professor and leader. Julius, it's a wonderful thing that we're all different, because God knows I'm very different from you. Okay? Each of us has strengths and abilities to share. And when we link our strengths together, Julius and India, we are invincible. Your knowledge and values are greatly appreciated, Professor Crump. You are an essential part of Office of Equity and Inclusion, and I can't imagine our office without you. Thank you for all that you do.
I just want to say a few quick things. My lovely wife is here. I remember when we pulled up to Hyde Park at McDonald's, we had $9 in the bank account. And I love you. And I really thank Dr. Hancock. As you can see, she's a team player. She's a fearless leader, but she creates an environment where everybody can succeed. So she didn't say much, but thank you so much, Dr. Hancock.
So this concludes this is my closing remarks. I will give this. And then I hope you will partake in my brother's soulful piano playing music. Oh, we have a keynote speaker, that's right. Excuse me. How did we miss him? See, oh, I know. Let me just step on out the way. Okay, I'm going to call up the pastor now. Ben. Okay, Ben is next. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Debbie, they threw us off. Okay, you do the next. That's good. Okay. So. Okay, now we have Ben Woods for Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Come up in. Sorry. And then we'll have the pastor.
I'm ready. I'm gonna sing this song. Y'all can sing along if you want to. We're just gonna have a good time with it. Feel like I'm at church. Listen. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. Don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Remember the day I set you free? I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow, yeah, I'll be there if you want me somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. No rain, no winter's cold can't stop me, baby. If you're ever in trouble, I'll be in the double. Just send for me. Oh, my love is alive, way down in my heart, although we are miles apart. And if you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double as fast as I can. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Come on, ain't no
Our keynote for tonight is Pastor Lawrence L. Kirby II. He is currently the Vice President Community Manager for J.P. Morgan & Chase, where he shapes community engagement strategies to facilitate financial health in both the Kenosha and Racine markets. With a strong foundation in urban ministry and unwavering passion for foregoing connections across diverse communities, Kirby is dedicated to building bridges and catalyzing impactful collaborations. Kirby has been recognized as a community leader and a force for positive influence in Kenosha. He has contributed his expertise and dedication to numerous esteemed organizations, serving on the boards of directors of the United Way of Kenosha, Kenosha's Police and Fire Commission, the Governor's Board of K-TED School, Kenosha County's Health Equity Task Force, and as a member of the Executive Board of Directors for Bread for the Word in Washington, D.C. In addition to all of that, Kirby serves on the Board of Directors for the Shalom Center in Kenosha and as an Executive Board member of Building Our Future's leadership table. In tandem with his community endeavors, Kirby also serves as a pastor at One Voice Church alongside his friends Matt Myers and David Johnson. That's right. Kirby's exceptional aptitude for relationship building spans multi-ethnic and multi-generational groups, catalyzing a culture of collaboration, accountability, and trust. Please help us welcome Pastor Kirby.
All right, now I've been sitting here for about an hour, and I let all y'all do y'all thing. Ms. Moore got up with 4 pages of notes, and Alvin talked for 5 minutes. Charmaine and Nick have already preached my message tonight. Y'all feeling tired, and it's cold outside. So I feel set up. But nevertheless, y'all give me about 10 minutes, and we'll get out of here. Deal? All right. To President Swallow, thank you so much for this opportunity. And let me say to this dream team of Julius, India, and Dr. Hancock, thank y'all so much for what you do, not just for this campus, but for the community. Please give them a round of applause. And certainly to all our honorees and award winners tonight, one more time, it's been such an encouragement. But we're here tonight as we honor the legacy of Dr. King. We wrestle with the meaning of that legacy, right? If I can be real with y'all, I hope I can be real tonight. That's cool. I really don't like the fact that America tends to remember Dr. King as a dreamer. I'm somewhat bothered that so often Dr. King is portrayed as a man with a lofty ideal of utopian society where people just get along with no practical way to get there. I kind of don't like that a life he dedicated to struggle is often reduced to a couple of lines from one speech. It was a great speech. But what I've come to understand as I studied Dr. King is Dr. King was actually more disruptor than he was dreamer. And if we want to really honor him tonight, I want to make sure that as much as the world loves him now, they hated him then. He was a disruptor. His vision was to dismantle corrupt, unequal systems and build better ones that would position people to thrive. His fight wasn't just to end segregation in America, he was fighting to end poverty in America. And I think tonight as we explore the intersection of art and business and inclusion and what it means together, Dr. King recognized that racial equality was tied to economic progress. But that's why in November 1967, 5 months before his assassination, he met with the SCLC at a retreat in California and rolled out the Poor People's Campaign. And so Dr. King's campaign right before his death was a campaign to demand jobs, unemployment insurance, fair minimum wage, and education for poor people all around the country. Dr. King believed that minorities in this country could never earn full citizenship without economic security. He was actually more disruptor than he was dreamer. His work was messy, it was dangerous, it was costly. He was arrested 29 times. He received constant death threats and ultimately paid the price of his life for being a disruptor. And so as we think about the legacy of Dr. King tonight and for the rest of this week, I want that word to be in your spirit, disruptor. Two things I want to share with you that I think fuels what it means to be a disruptor, and I just want to share that with you, and we can get out of here. Cool? First thing, being a disruptor is a call to be courageous. Y'all, we live in a world that idolizes comfort. Everything around us, from social media to marketing campaigns, is designed to make us choose the path of least resistance. But Dr. King reminds us that real greatness is not found in comfort, but in courage. It means if you're serious about justice, you got to prepare yourself to be inconvenienced. Courage is not just about big moments. It's a daily decision to live with integrity, to treat people with dignity, and to fight for justice even in our own spheres of influence. So what I mean is courage is not just about marches and megaphones and news interviews and articles. No. It's uncomfortable conversations with families and friends. It's choosing to restore dignity when other people try to take it away. It's having a challenging moment with your manager while you're at work. It's in how we choose to engage other people online. Dr. King has a quote that says, "The time is always ripe to do what is right." And so we make sure that each and every day of our lives, we look for opportunity to do the right thing. That's where courage starts. It's not in the big moments, but in the small, daily, monotonous moments of life. But I've also learned that courage is not just about standing up, it's about kneeling down. Dr. King's courage came from his prayer life, from his deep dependence on God. He knew that he couldn't face the giants of racism and poverty and violence in his own strength, and neither can we. So my challenge to you is this: don't just look at Dr. King's public victories. Look at his private discipline. Because before he marched, y'all, he prayed. Before he spoke, he sought the wisdom of God. And if we're going to live lives of courage, it starts with a relationship in God. And all I mean is you got to be rooted in something deeper than your anger and outrage. Because this is a long game. And if we're going to make it on the long game of this fight for justice, this lifelong journey, listen, you being mad about stuff ain't going to get you there. We must be rooted in a depth that allows us to dedicate our lives to fighting for justice for people across this planet. Second thing, being a disruptor is a call to love. And I know when I say that, it sounds like the two don't go together. Disruption and love don't seem to fit together. But if you understand Dr. King's motivation, you'll get what I'm saying. One thing that defines the legacy of Dr. King, I'm sure we can agree on, is his radical, relentless sense of love. He loved his enemies. He loved those who hated him. He loved this broken and divided world. And I think that's where his legacy challenges us the most, right? Because let's keep it real. It's people that's hard to love in this world. It's easy to love people who agree with us, who look like us, who think like us. But how do we love people across the aisle? How do we love people that disagree with us? How do we love people that don't see the world the same way we see the world? Now, when I speak about love, don't tune me out, because I'm not talking about an emotion. I'm not talking about, a gooey feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's not what I mean when I talk about love. When Dr. King speaks about love, he's using an ancient Greek word, agape. And agape is a love that is a decision. It is a conscious decision to want greater good for others, even if it costs you something. It's a kind of love that breaks down barriers and builds up communities. The world we live in, y'all, is marked by division. You know that. Political division and racial division and economic division, and all of those gaps seem to be widening more and more and more. And the easiest thing to do in the world is fall into cynicism and bitterness and hatred. But Dr. King reminds us there's another way. We don't fight because of what we hate. We fight because of what we love. It has to be love that compels us to stand up for what is right. It has to be love that compels us to speak out against injustice. It has to be love that compels us to disrupt systems. It has to be love that leads us to build a better future for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We consider the legacy of Dr. King tonight. He is absolutely more disruptor than he is dreamer. Good night.
And to think I was going to bypass all that. Now we're at the closing remarks, and mine is going to be very brief. Thank you, Pastor Kirby, for your words. And for us to remember that King was a disruptor, and all of us need to continue to be disruptors. So we will have more food, soulful music playing, but I want to just say this. While King and other leaders generated momentous strides for equality, the push for civil rights remains a preeminent challenge today. We continue to experience poverty in our inner cities. We continue to fight for equal pay regardless of gender or race. We continue to battle health and education inequality. We continue to call for justice for all. As you engage in King's celebratory event this evening, reflect on how far we have come and recall how far we have to go. Please explore the Business and Art Expo again. Listen to the soulful piano music, that is my brother, and enjoy the food and refreshments. Thank you all for coming. We greatly appreciate your being here this evening. Thank you so much.